Welcome to Sattva Restore Restorative Yoga Therapy. Today we're going to practice stonehenge for relaxation. This pose is great for circulation, lymphatics, the spine, just like our chair inversion that we did. And it's also really useful, as I'm going to guide you through this, to help us when we're having difficulty sleeping. So you could do this in the evening to prepare for sleep. So we're going to use a couple blocks, or anything that you can stack a bolster on, and then a bolster up on top of the blocks. And then also a blanket for underneath your head so that you're not putting too much pressure on the spine when we lay back. So let's take some time to get into this. You can roll down onto one side, and then just lift your legs up, might scoot your hips, and place your legs up. Now I'm a little bit too close, so I'm gonna spread out a little bit more. And there's a nice bend through the knees so that the low back is relaxed. And you can take your blanket and just kind of snuggle it around your head, tucking the corners under, kind of rolling them under to cradle the back of the head. And then the hands can turn up. This increases the breath flow, so you might feel a little more open across the rib cage, and this might allow for that deeper inhale. You could also take your hands and just ground them down onto a part of your body. And then this will be more grounding and centering. So just notice what feels better for you. If your knees are opening up, that's okay. You can just let the body go into its natural state. But if you want to strap the legs with a yoga strap, you could also just put a belt around the shins or around the thigh. And that will keep them in a little more. And just kind of snuggle in to where you feel held by the props and the ground beneath you. Because remember, when we're doing these postures, it's a constructive rest. So we're allowing gravity and breath to take over. So I'm just going to hold space for you now as you come into your stonehenge restorative position. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And out through your mouth. You can even let out a sigh. And breathing in. And breathing out. And then just letting that go. And just watch your breath. Notice it coming and going as you breathe in. You might notice that breath coming into the navel, expanding the belly. And then that warm air coming back out through the nose or pursed lips if you want to extend that exhalation. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or pursed lips. Just notice by bringing your awareness to the breath, it will already start to expand and grow. Good, and then just taking your awareness and running it through the body. So working on the mindfulness practice where we bring our attention, energy flows, life force goes. So as you bring your attention to your body, you might think of a healing light or even painting on a healing ointment. Relaxing the crown of the head, the scalp, the forehead. Relax your eyes, just let them settle down and back into the sockets. Relaxing your cheeks, your nose. Your lips. Relax your jaw and throat. The back of the neck. The top of the shoulders, let them drop back. Relax through the chest and sides of the body. The right shoulder, elbow, wrist, all the way down to the fingers. And then back up across your chest. Relax your left shoulder, elbow, wrist, all the way down to the tips of your fingers. The right side of the body. Relax the left side, right hip, left hip. Relax the right thigh, the right knee, shin and ankle, all the way down to the soles of your feet, the tips of the toes. And then back up that right leg, across the pelvis to the left hip, left thigh, left knee, left shin, ankle, soles of the feet, all the way down to the tips of the toes. And just let your breath wash over you now like a gentle wave, nourishing what needs to be nourished and washing away what needs to be washed away. Remembering when we set aside this time, we can fully just be here knowing we've set this time. Yoga can only happen in the now, the present moment. Healing can only happen right now, not in the past, not in the future. You might visualize the breath sweeping up to the crown of the head on the inhale and down to the soles of the feet on the exhale. To the crown of the head on the inhale, down to the ankles on the exhale. The crown of the head on the inhale, down to the knees on the exhale. To the crown of the head on the inhale, down to the hips on the exhale. The crown of the head on the inhale, down to the shoulders and fingertips on the exhale. And then up to the crown of the head, and then just visualize the spine and the breath flowing over the spine. Finding the ends of the breath, the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. You can visualize the top and bottom just lining up with the top and the bottom of the spine. You might notice that gentle pulse in the belly or the chest, with the rise and fall of your breath. Maybe eventually the breath even becomes more still as you become more relaxed. As thoughts come, just let them take shape in the mind. You can imagine watching them like you would watch clouds in the sky. Just noticing and letting them float by. Good. Maybe take a moment to set an intention, whether you're starting your day with this relaxation or the midday relaxation, or whether you want that intention to sleep deep in your consciousness as you go to sleep. It could be a prayer, an intention, one of the universal values of truth, love, peace, gratitude. Start to bring your awareness back to your breath and just consciously taking 3 deep breaths in and out to reawaken. You might move around your toes or bring some movement into your fingers. And then just walking the feet off the bolster. We'll roll to the side. And then use your arms to come up. Good. And as we come up to our comfortable seat, if this is not comfortable for you, you can always keep your legs extended. I'm just going to move around through the hips a little bit and spine. So getting grounded as much as you can into the pelvic basin, those 4 bones, grounding toward the earth equally, the right and left sitting bone, pubic bone, and tailbone. And then we'll just start to sway over to the left, slightly forward, over to the right and back. So just making a little circle with the spine. You might feel like one sitting bone is a lot heavier. Probably more balanced than it would have been if we started out with this though. And then move in the other direction. And you can make these movements as small, call those micro movements, or as big as you want. Connect your breath with that movement. Just kind of go into a little free movement here, staying in those sweet places that you want to release tension. In both directions. You can even take the other leg in front if you are cross-legged like I am, and explore both sides. And just rock back to center, turning the palms up, closing your eyes. And just following the breath with your awareness. No need to change it or influence it now. Bringing the hands to the heart. Have a peaceful day or a restful night. Namaste.